Is Red Bull losing their dominance? At the beginning of the season, it seemed that Max Verstappen and Red Bull would once again dominate Formula One. But after the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, a conclusion can be drawn that Red Bull's dominance may be over. After a solid first and second place for the first two races of the season, it was safe to say that they would be strong this season. Not strange looking at the 25-second gap created by the drivers. But 2.5 months later, Sainz won a Grand Prix after Verstappen retired, and Lando Norris won his first ever race in Miami and came very close to overtake Max in Imola. It's been a while since we've seen the Red Bull being pressured by another team. But signs of Red Bull's vulnerability are clear. Adrian Newey's departure next year after 19 years, with Ferrari his likely destination, feels like a sliding door moment. The long-running saga involving Christian Horner and a female colleague accusing him of coercive behaviour has not helped, also triggering speculation regarding Verstappen's long-term future at the team, despite still being armed with the quickest car. However, the competitors are catching up and making moves to close the gap. Ferrari are making progress, poaching two key Mercedes executives ahead of Lewis Hamilton's arrival in 2025. With Newey perhaps also on his way. McLaren's revival in the past year with team principal Andrea Stella and chief executive Zak Brown overseeing the hiring of ex-Red Bull designer Rob Marshall and creating a unique technical director role that has 3 different strings attached to it. Neil Holdy, engineering, Peter Podromu, aerodynamics, and a performance lead, currently led by Stella as an interim. With a promising driver duo of Norris and Oscar Piastri, the future looks bright for the team. Without updates, Norris was already able to keep up with Verstappen's pace quite admirably, but is now really starting to showcase himself in the reigning world champion's mirrors. Red Bull's struggles is already a signal that it is feeling the heat. While Verstappen won in Imola, the Dutchman consistently complained about his RB20. Even when the team had made adjustments after hard work at the factory. Max Verstappen commented after the race that on the hard tyres, something was not optimised. "Because I just never felt like the tyres were working on our car," he said. "So that's something that we have to analyse. But clearly the teams around us, they are catching up, and they're doing a really good job. So we also need to try and find improvements, from our side." Perez's performance is also a good indicator in this story. Whereas Verstappen squeezed the maximum out of his RB20 and was allowed to narrowly beat Norris, Perez finished in 8th place after being eliminated in Q2 during qualifying. One might wonder if Red Bull still has the fastest car. Verstappen's talent was the deciding factor in Imola. On Saturday he drove an amazing lap, including a slipstream from Nico Hülkenberg to take pole. While in the race, the Dutchman really had to push full steam ahead to keep Norris behind. McLaren and Ferrari smell blood and are eager to go after Max Verstappen.